Hello little ones, very good day all of you. Now I want all of you to take out your EVS book, okay? Yes, and now I'm going to start with block 4, that is the food habits of animals. Okay children, so here we all eat food, right? Even we all are vegetarians and non-vegetarians. That means the people who eat only the food that we get from plants, okay, that is the vegetables, fruits, leaves, etc., that we get only from plants. Okay, the people who eat the food that they get from plants are called as vegetarians, while other people, okay, they eat both the food that they get from plants as well as they will eat the animals. Yes, such people are called as non-vegetarians. Okay, so here we eat different kinds of food, being people itself. So in the same kind, in the same way, similarly, different animals, okay, different animals have different food habits. They eat different kinds of food. For example, if you see a cow, buffalo, yes, these all monkeys and all, they eat only what? For example, the cows and buffaloes and all, they eat grass, they eat the fruits, the vegetables and all. And you know what? The dry grass which is known as hay. So you can see here hay. That means the dry grass, the grass which is dried up, is known as hay. And while the other animals like monkeys and all, they eat fruits, vegetables, chapatis, and also they eat insects, children. Yes, and you know what? To the animal groups, the birds also belong, right? The birds also belong like animal groups. And you know, have you seen the pigeons and all, children? They love grains, okay? Different types of grains like rice and dals and all. They eat grains, and if you put bread pieces also, bread crumbs, then they would love to eat. Okay, and what about dogs and cats? Yes, they drink milk, they eat meat, that is the non-veg. Yes, so all these animals like cow and birds like pigeons, dogs, cats and all, they are kept as pet animals also, right? Sheep, etc. So they are kept as pets. That means what are pets? The animals that we can keep in our home to accompany us, or else to we will farm the animals for milk, for wool, for flesh, meat, anything, right? So there are the farm animals and also the pet animals that we keep them. And you know what? There are so many animals, that is the pet animals. Usually they eat vegetables, fruits, and also they drink milk. Okay, so what about animals like lion, tiger and all, children? Elephant, lion, tiger. Of course, elephant, you can see them in some temples. Yes, they will be kept as pet animals only in temples and all, the elephants, the horses and all. But what about the animals like tiger, lion and all? We cannot keep them at home, right, like pet animals. Why? Because they love the flesh, the meat of other animals. They will kill the other animals and they will eat, right? Whether it is people or any other animals, they will hunt and they will eat the flesh of those animals. So these animals are called the wild animals. They live in the forest. Not only animals like lion, tiger, cheetah and all, but also, as I mentioned earlier, animals like elephant, zebra and all, they all are wild animals. Deers, okay, chimpanzees, bears, they all are found in the forest. Okay, we cannot find them in cities, will you? No, such animals are called as wild animals. So now coming to this part, that is herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So children, I told you like there are some animals which eats only grass, yes, leaves, fruits, vegetables and other food that comes from the plant. Okay, so they eat only plants. Such animals are called as herbivores. Okay, herbivores, they eat only plants and the food items that is what obtained from the plants, that is got from the plants. And examples are elephants, deers, goats, yes, and what else, even horses, etc. So now some other animals, okay, they are really dangerous. They will eat the flesh of the other animals, as I told you. Which are they? The lion, cheetah, tiger, yes, and even snakes. Okay, they all eat the flesh of the other animals, children. So they are called the carnivores. They do not like depend on the plants for food. Okay, they will not eat any plant items, any items, food items that they get from plant, but they will eat only the items, the food items that they get from the other animals. They depend on only the animals. Okay, they eat only animals, other animals. So such animals are called as carnivores. What are they called? Carnivores. Okay, and examples are lion, tiger, cheetah, snakes, etc. But you know what? We humans, in us itself, you can find people who eat both vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So what is vegetarian? Vegetarian means, yes, that is the food that we get only from plants, the products of plants. So people who eat only the food that they get from plants and trees and all, they are called as vegetarians. Whereas non-vegetarians means people who will eat both the what food items that they get from plants as well as animals. So in the same kind, even animals also, like some animals like bears, monkeys, crows, rats and all, they eat both the plants and also the meat. Meat means flesh of the other animals. Okay, so they are called the omnivores. They eat both plants and animals. So they depend for food on both plants and animals. Who? Omnivores. Understood, children? Yes. So moving on to next page. Depending on the type of food they eat, the teeth of the animals are designed in such a way. Okay, so what kind of food they eat? So depending on that, the teeth. So we all humans have the same kind of teeth, but in animals you can find different kinds of teeth, right? It is dependent on the type of food they eat. So what about carnivores? They eat only the flesh of the other animals. They kill and they hunt the other animals and they will eat, right? So they will have big teeth. You can see here, right? You can see the teeth of the tiger. Yes, it is an example for the teeth of the carnivorous animals. Okay, so they are very sharp and pointed. That means when you sharpen the pencil, it will look so sharp and pointed, right? Yes. And in the same way, their teeth are sharp and pointed. Why? Because it helps them to eat and tear the flesh of the animals and they will eat them. Okay? But what about herbivores, children? So here it is an example for the teeth, the kind of teeth that the herbivores have. Okay, so look here, the type of teeth they have, children. They have flat teeth, broad teeth. Broad means what? Wide. It is big enough this way and sideways. So it is broad, it is flat. Okay, so it is not sharp, it is not big, it is not pointed and all. It helps them to chew the plants and all the food that they get from plants very easily. That's why they are flat, big enough. Okay? Yes. Now what about omnivores? Yes, children, they have both the teeth that the herbivores have and also the carnivores have. That means they have the teeth. Okay, they have some flat teeth, flat and wide teeth like herbivorous animals to chew the plants items, okay, the food that they get from plants. And also they have pointed teeth. Look here, the chimpanzee's teeth, you can see here, this is pointed sharp teeth, just like the omnivores have. So why is that? That is because it helps to chew the flesh of the other animals, to bite and tear the flesh of the other animals. So here children, depending on the type of the food they eat, the teeth is designed. Okay? Yes. Now, going to the next part, food chain. So, what is a food chain, children? It is nothing but, okay, how do we get food? Okay, being humans, how do we get food? We get food from what? Plants. We also depend, some of us depend on animals for food also, right? So here we all depend on plants either directly or indirectly. Yes children, we all depend on plants either directly or indirectly. Yes. Now animals also, okay, they depends on plants either directly or indirectly. For example, okay, the goat or a deer will depend on plants for food. They will eat whatever they get from plants. And then if the deer is hunted, if it is attacked by a tiger, yes, the tiger will kill the deer and it will eat the flesh of the deer. And now the tiger is indirectly eating the plants. Yes, it is not directly eating the plants but indirectly, because the deer have, yes, it has eaten. It has already ate the plants. It survives because it depends on plant for food. And now the tiger, as it has already killed the deer and ate the flesh of the meat of the deer, okay, it is also eating the plants indirectly. It depends on plants for food indirectly, not directly. Okay, so this is how the food chain begins. So it is called a chain. That means how it starts, how it begins, and how it ends, and again how it starts. So there is no end to it. It is just like a cycle. It goes on and on and on, just like a circle. Okay, as the circle doesn't have a starting point and ending point. If you draw the circle and if you just leave it, and if I ask you to show me the starting point and ending point, can you show me children? No. Okay, the food chain is also the same way, but here we can tell the starting point, that is it all starts from the plant. Okay, yes. So here I will show you an example, that is they have given here already. So this is the ladybird insect which eats the plant, okay, or grass and all to live for the survival. And next, this insect is eaten by the rat. Okay, now it is eaten by the rat. That means the rat is indirectly eating the plants and the grass, children. Yes. Now coming to rat, now again the rat is eaten by the snakes. This is all for the survival, children. This is how the world is. Yes, we all depend on food. We all depend on each other to live in one way or the other way. So here, now the rat is eaten by the snakes. And what about snakes? Yes, they are attacked by vulture and the vultures eat them. Okay, so the process goes on, and after the vulture dies, okay, it will what? It will die in the land, right? In the land, so it will all be decayed in the soil. That means all its body will be decayed and decomposed in the soil, children. Vulture's body. Okay, that means it will won't be divided and eaten by the worms in the soil. The body of the vulture will be eaten by the small worms, okay, which we cannot see with our naked eyes. That means without any help of the instrument like specs and all, if we cannot see or read two small things, okay, we will use the specs. Next, we will use the microscope. So, without the help of the instrument, we cannot see some worms. These worms live in the soil. Okay, such worms, they will eat the body of the vultures and other animals and all. So here I am telling only about vulture for you to understand. So it will eat the body of the vulture, and now it is all divided and decomposed and decayed. That is what we tell. That is how the vulture body is vanished from the land. It is all eaten by the worms under the soil. It is called decomposed and decayed. And then from when it is decomposed and decayed, it will go inside the ground, right? Yes, the worms are inside the ground. They live in under the ground in the soil. So the soil will become fertile. It will get so many minerals and nutrients from the worms. Okay, and from the soil again the plants grow. They will get all the energy from the soil. So this is how the chain is. This is called the food chain. It shows how all the living things get their food. Okay, and all food chains start from the plant. Okay children, so this is all the lesson is about. Okay, it is all about the food habits of animals, birds, of different kinds of animals and birds and all, and about the food chain also. Okay children, so I want you to read this lesson once or twice, and by this weekend I will be giving you the notes soon. Okay, until then, take care. Bye.